Right there is where the Thunderbolt used to be at Auto Middle School. 10 years or over 10 years since I recorded this siren. And it was removed in 2024 sometime, or 2023 maybe. I think it was 24. It's been 4 years. No, it was like closer to 5 years. Yeah, 5.5 years since I last recorded it. It was right there. I set up right there. 4th of July 2020. And the other times we were in this parking lot and I was filming out the window. The second time I filmed it, we were in this spot. So, yeah. 10 years since the first recording I did. Yes. It has been 10 years, over 10 years, since I first got into this siren hobby. That's just a little bit nuts. That's a little crazy, because I was 7 years old, and it was Halloween night 2015. That was the exact day I started on Sirens, Halloween 2015. It's because I was going to be a tornado that Halloween. That was like my goal for the last couple of years before that, to be a tornado on Halloween. And my mom spent like a week making this tornado costume. It was really cool. I could show a clip on here right now of it.
Is it pretty light? Light and warm?
What are you doing?
I'm recording you. Do it again.
Where you guys going trick-or-treating?
Around here.
Right?
Yeah.
If you cross homes, the other side is the best spot to go.
Now the quality could be better and it could be a little brighter, but you guys saw it. And the thing was, since that was the theme for Halloween that year, me being a tornado, my dad wanted to find some tornado sirens to play as we go down the road. And he looked it up on YouTube and he found a siren compilation. The original video is now gone, but it's actually this one right here. And I'll put it in the description. The original video is still at the end of it, but yeah, I guess he redid it or something. Anyways, that was the first siren video, or siren videos I've seen. And that's what sparked it pretty much, because they looked weird, they sounded interesting, scary. And you know, like many, I've heard a Thunderbolt siren before, whether it was the monthly siren test or I actually heard it on a TV show once. It was on Cubo. It was on one of the later in the day shows. I forget what the name of it was called. But that's where it clicked in my head also, what the Thunderbolt sound was. And I'd always seen those squared horn things around. I was like, what is that used for anyway? And that's when I found out, and I thought it was kick-ass. So then in 2016, at the beginning of 2016, or late 2015, I'm not even sure what date it was. I just know it was a colder time in the year. It could have been December 2015. It could have been April 2016. I don't know. It's in that time frame that I recorded my first siren video that y'all just saw at the beginning of this video. I actually didn't record the video. I had my mom record it for me. She was like my tripod. She was actually like my tripod in that situation. She was in the car, and I wanted to get out of the car to hear the whole experience, and that thing sounded like crap. The Thunderbolt at Auto Middle School, high school, whatever it is, it's a middle school. I don't think it worked for the last couple of years it was there, because we moved closer to it, and I didn't hear it, so... And then for the next couple of years, I just watched siren videos on siren videos, and I really didn't talk to anybody. I didn't even know how to comment or subscribe, for that matter. I actually did record another siren that year. It was like the next month or a couple months after. It was one of the 2001s in Clinton County, and it didn't go off. It was a fail. Actually, no, it wasn't even a fail. It just wasn't the time of year they went off yet. It wouldn't have went off anyway, because we went there for the 1 o'clock test, not the 12 o'clock test. That video is now gone, sadly, because the chip it was on, it had so many other videos on it I could have frickin' shared, but I didn't. But it got corrupted 7 years ago. On Christmas, too. That sucked. So bad. Probably wouldn't have wanted to post it anyway, because I was recording. It was out the sunroof. I was standing on the console or something. And it became time, and I was like... It was one of those Sprint phones with like the slide out keyboard or whatever. Yeah, the videos were okay. They sucked, but they're okay. So, the next 4.5 years after that were great. I didn't record for a couple of years until the beginning of 2018, and that's when I started actually recording Sirens more often. Wasn't every month, but I'd record them whenever we'd have a chance. That's really where it actually legit started. The roots of it were years earlier, but that's really where I was like, okay, I'm doing this. So yeah, late 2015, from late 2015 to 2020 were freaking awesome. That was just fine. It could have stayed that way, but sadly it didn't. And that was the first wave of videos with the phone and stuff. I didn't have a camera then. Half the older ones I didn't have a tripod. Not even for my first 3-minute test in 2019. And Mom found one and I was like, oh, no, too flimsy. But anyways, summer 2020 is when things took a trashy turn. We all know how that year was, and it started like spring of that year. That's when things just... There was like a weird silent lull from 2019 to March 2020. It was strange, like what happens next? Something definitely happened. But this came later into the year when I actually started talking to people. Maybe I don't know. I'd made good friends though throughout this time. But that's where what I like to call the wilderness started. Does the name T-Bolt Siren Lover 1003 ring a bell? Yeah, before she started YouTube, she actually started watching my videos, and she liked them. She was supportive, she was cool. And I might have inspired her, hopefully I didn't, to start making her own YouTube videos with her little paper siren she'd made. And I'm not gonna lie, I was 12. Haven't even hit puberty yet, and I got attached to those characters. And I actually ended up making my own little paper siren. I don't even remember what it was just a little paper siren. And I made a video about it. And shortly, a little while after that, she started asking for me to make a special video for her little paper siren. Like they were depressed. Like she would say, "Can you make a special video for K5? Can you make a special video for Fidel Code? She's really sad and upset." Yeah, and she's paper. It's paper. It's paper lady. And I did. I was scared. I couldn't get it right. I was scared I was going to do something wrong. She wasn't happy about that. She wouldn't leave me alone to apologize for her paper cylinder for the rest of the day, and a 12-year-old shouldn't go through that. A 12-year-old shouldn't go through that, nor take it that way. So part of it was on me, but I could have just blocked her, and then nothing else would have happened. So I apologized, and things went on. A couple weeks later, so-and-so is sad and upset. Can you make a special video? Can you make a special video for Fidel Code? She's depressed. And she wouldn't stop. For like a month, she wouldn't stop. Every single video I posted was that. That was always in the comments. And I was really I didn't know what was going on. The world, whoops. So then, one day, I went to her, and I replied to her, and I said, no, pretty much. I could have been a little nicer about it. I don't even remember what I really said, but I'll be honest, I could have been a little nicer at it. And she blew the hell up. She started telling people what I said, and she got a couple people on her side, and they tried to get my channel terminated. They wouldn't leave me alone. They wouldn't leave me alone. I went freaking insane. I was throwing a fit all day because I was paying for something that I didn't do, really. So they ended up making me apologize to her for pretty much her spamming my comments and me saying, no, I'm not doing this. It's my channel. I don't make special videos for people. You're not special. Nobody's special, let alone a piece of paper. So things were fine for about 2 weeks. And then November comes along, rinse and repeat. Same thing, just without the special video part. It's like they just dug up dirt on me from the week before and just, it like recycled itself. So that went on and on and on for like a week. I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep. I didn't take care of myself. I didn't brush my teeth. I didn't brush my hair. I looked like a freaking homeless person then. That's why you didn't see me much. So that's when I pretty much stormed out.
I am leaving the siren community. I look like the bad guy just because I don't want to do a video. I left it! See what happens! I'll just do this all day. Every single day I exist! Stop it!
So I left, and it was a complete mess. It was so bad. It was really, and I kind of acted like a baby. I'm not gonna lie. I freaked out. The mindset was just leave and she'll go away. She didn't really, but that's what my parents and my sister said, pretty much. So in December of 2020, I took my hiatus from YouTube. It was like a month long, but the Sirens, I just left them in the dust. The community, the Sirens, all of it. I didn't want anything to do with that over there. I even made a video about saying goodbye to Sirens. That aged kind of crappy. People got mad over that too. Like, just shh. But yeah, from December 2020 to when we moved, it was a couple months after we moved that I started making Siren videos again. I kind of got interested in them. Didn't want to talk to the community. Not making that mistake again. That was my mindset. But yeah, in January 2022, that's when I came back on this channel. This was going to be a Storms highlight channel, and then, well, you know what happened. So yeah, here we are, the second wave of my Siren videos. And it's gone for January 2022. 4.5 years. That don't make no sense. 2022, 4.5 years ago. No. Stop. Look at my freaking hairline. Look at my hairline. Just kidding. It's always been like that. This kind of half started in August 2021 when I got this thing. I've had this since 2021, and it still works. It's seen better days, and it buzzes when I zoom in now, but it's seen better days, but it still works really well. And since I was 11, when I really started on this, that's when I wanted to get one of these. So I recorded one of the monthly tests, and that was the only one I did that year with this new camera, and I did post it later. It's not the best video, but it's one of the last videos of Lansing's Thunderbolts. Right by Hill High School, or what it used to be, on Newark Avenue. Newark, something like that. So here we are, 4.5 years later after I came back. The reunion, if you will. And this try at the community... Why do I always say it like that? This try at the community was a lot better than the first try. The first wave, I didn't talk to people, and when I did, that was a frickin' mistake. Wrong people. Oops. Wrong person. This time I found the right friends, and they're pretty cool. They're really kind of neat. But it kind of occurred to me in 2025 with, maybe I should stop going on the internet. It was around 2025 at least, maybe 24, that I was like, what's really going on in this community? You know how toxic this place can be. The internet in general, really, but this community, along with, it's like enhanced in some communities. It's sad. Especially when the thing's really cool, you know? People need to stop ruining things. But that's when I started thinking, am I really still going with this? I've recorded really all I needed to record. I don't have anything else to record, and half the sirens are getting removed around me anyway, all the time. I really don't have anywhere else to go, and I don't want to go 2 hours to a siren that may or may not work. I don't know. I haven't been to Indiana, though, yet, so that might be interesting. But this will be another video in the future where But I'm gonna be slowing down this year, unfortunately. I'm not quite quitting, but I'm like taking longer breaks. I'll film a siren every 3 to 4 months, maybe. Or like a weekly noon blast somewhere when I get a chance. But it's really another video. I'd have to explain it better there, so maybe the title will be dramatic. I don't know. Recently I've been just feeling pretty jaded with this. The unjustly things and people being just dicks here. And I haven't even done anything. I've made many videos over the years talking about these problems. And I know I'm not doing anything. What are we gonna do? I don't know really anymore. Do I care anymore? No. I wish I did more, but I don't anymore. Because apparently it's my problem if I'm saying stuff and not fixing it. I've really kind of lost it, so... Anyways, like I said, different video. 10 years in tornado sirens. Thank you.